So now they know it's Joker. We have 20 people signed up in this one. We had about 24 people that in total that signed up, but we only had 20 that roster checked. So our first match coming up is going to be, let me get rid of these two guys, make spectate. So here we go, guys. Our first match coming up is Joker versus Master Slayer. I believe I've seen Master Slayer once or twice in my tournaments. I'm not entirely sure, but it does look familiar. I haven't seen it recently, that's for sure. Maybe I really can't tell. I don't think so. Let's see who this is. Make sure that they're the right person. Yeah, there's Master Slayer. And Joker is the one that's up. Let's take a look at Cry's build here. He's running Mender with the Rune of the Traveler, Axe, Shield with Sword and Focus. On top of it, he's got Zeal, Honor, and Firebrand. Okay, this is what we've been seeing a lot of the times. He's going with half Macho over here with the Symbol brand. In my opinion, one of the stronger participants. I know Joker is here. He just ended up whispering me. I'm letting him know that he has to go up. Okay, he just whispered me, alright, 1 second. Once again, guys, thanks for joining me. I really do appreciate it. We're going to be doing a little bit of a giveaway at the end of the stream just to say thank you. Dark Moon. Okay, Dark Moon, you can take my spot. Sorry about that. I didn't see you in the roster check. So Dark Moon in the roster check is actually going to be Mike. So Dark Moon, if you look at the roster, you see the name Mike, that's going to be you. We've also officially started our 2v2 and 1v1 season. These seasons correlate with the Guild Wars 2 seasons, guys. So I haven't had enough matches from each participant to log them into the website yet. But at the end of this week, I should. After Friday, I should have at least 3 1v1 tournaments that have surpassed or passed, and 3 2v2 tournaments that have passed since the season has started. So it's enough data for me to start logging it into the website, so you'll be able to see who are the #1 contenders so far in the 1v1 and 2v2 brackets are in the NA system. There he is, a bald-headed chick. Let's see if this is Joker, the person we want it to be. What did I just do there? Hold on, guys. Let me go back. Bald-headed chick is just Joker. Yep, this is Joker. Let's see what he's running. Oh, he's running around Sanctuary and Paladin. Interesting. He's going, oh, okay. Proud Hollow. He's missing one of his traits in the last line. There he goes. He's just switched over to Proud Hollow. Yeah, this is probably a better matchup. Proud Hollow versus the Firebrand. I'm not sure if he's going to have enough damage to get through him, but we'll find out. The sustain is there from both sides. They both do rely on a bunch of heals, so when it gets to the map mechanic, if it does get to the map mechanic, hey, Dr. X, how are you, buddy? I gotta turn this up. I gotta go something a little more generic. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. Hope that's something a little more generic in the background. I think this is game 1 coming up. Bald-headed chick kind of sitting back. He's awaiting. I'm gonna turn the music just a bit more here. Trying to go for iCry. iCry using the LOS to its big advantage. He's got the upper hand. Going on the LOS. Nice leap shot coming in. Shockwave. He actually lands that on him, but not putting in enough pressure onto him. Tries to drop the hard light. Did he have hard light? Yeah, he does have the hard light. It looked like he dropped it, but I can't see it. There's the animation. He wasn't successful in doing it over 100% heat, which makes it larger and the cooldown reduced. Dropping a symbol over there. As I mentioned, they're both sustaining quite well. Kind of backing off. This might be going to the map mechanic, and as I mentioned, this is 1 game elimination, guys. 1 game elimination. I'm going to write that again into the big pushback coming out over here. High Christ got 1 minute left in the map mechanic, and they're going to have to start considering this way. Put cooldowns they're going to be taking with them when they get into the end. The password is AL, lowercase, just 2 letters, AL. Nice pull coming out from iCry over here, trying to keep the pressure up. Backing out, and then just leaps right into there. No fear coming out from Bald-headed. We got 35 seconds left in the map. They're both sustaining quite well, but I think iCry's getting the better of the exchange in this one. Good pull coming from his his book 1. But at the same time, Hollowsmith does have a lot of sustain. There's a 20-second cooldown on that healing turret. He can combo in it quite frequently. Just kind of building his health way back up. Now we got 15 seconds left on this timer, 8 seconds left on his cooldown, so take a quick look at iCry's. He's got 2 of his tombs that are out. Maybe one is going to come if he lasts long enough into the map mechanic. He's got his healing to a tomb, but that's not going to do him much help. He does have most of his mantras up, except for his elite. They are waiting for the map mechanic. And here we are. As you can see, guys, there's an AoE that starts to come from that area, and the doors from behind us. And as well, there's no more healing that's involved. So this is going to be really tight for both of them who rely a lot on heals. He's got him in right where he wants to. He tries to get that prime light beam. That was a magnificent dodge coming out from iCry's bald-headed. He's in real big trouble over here. And that's iCry, so take it. Let's take a look at that replay one more time, guys. Really, really nice. I don't know, Anki-sama. Not much, though. I'll tell you that much. Bald-headed, I don't know where you are, but whisper me bald-headed so we can send you your gold, sir, for participating. That's Master Slayer that moves forward. And bald-headed is... hey, Krupek, how are you? Now we're going to have Noobs for Lunch versus Cotton Mather. Noobs for Lunch versus Cotton Mather. I'm just writing it out to the guys there in the map chat. Perfect, they're both in there. Let's take a quick look at what Norbo is running. Ooh, he's running your classic Guardian over here. That's Virtue, Valor, and Radiance. Yes. He's running with Sword of Focus, but he's also running... oh. Game crash?
Yeah, I had it too. Mine just crashed too, Mike.
Yeah, I think a bunch of us just game crashed. So let me just run back in there, guys. 2 seconds. I hate when that happens. It's very unfortunate. But at least the stream didn't stop yet. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, because when you said that, it's right when it happened to me, so I was like, oh.
A couple people DC'd, not too many. These are the 2 contestants I was looking for, I believe. Let me take a quick look. Cotton Mather, yeah, and I Am Meta, yep. These are both of them. Perfect. I like seeing Rangers or you have Ranger class inside 1v1s. To me, they're just very entertaining to watch. Focus, Scepter, Sword with Torch. He's running Balthazar with Carry On. So he's going for that burn. He's been playing this build for quite a while, perfecting it over the time. He's been a little a little hiatus once again. So let's see how well he does. Shakes off a little bit of that ring rust. Weaves on this side, Beast Mastery, Wilderness, and Soul Beast. He's running Greatsword with the Longbow, Divinity with Marauder. I'm going to watch Weaves for this. As I mentioned, I do like watching Rangers. They're quite entertaining. They're both respecting each other's skill, staying back. He drops that big, good job dropping that dome on top of him, not allowing any projectiles to come out. Now another dome laid down. Good strategy coming out from Aya Meta. Tries to get him with that big burning stack. Big damage coming out from the weave over here. He's got to be careful. He drops that wall of reflection. Really mitigating a lot of his ranged attacks. He's got to start closing in, and slowly but surely he's dwindling him away with these burn stacks over here. As you can see, he's not able to clear it off. Those things will really do damage. He got 7 stacks up, but he actually, oof, really good fight. Let's take another look at that, guys. And that's Noobs who gets the 5 gold for participating. Really good fight. Sorry, guys, I was slightly distracted. Someone was whispering me. Our next match is Lights versus Demonoid. That's Cotton Mather, I believe, that moves forward. Yeah. Oh, he's still up, though, actually. No, that's Weaves. So that's Cotton Mather that moves forward. And as I mentioned, guys, these are single game elimination until we get into the semifinals. So now we have Lights versus Demonoid. I can hear your TV in the background.
No, I'll mute it, man. My bad.
Mike,
I got Spotify going, so.
Thanks, Leah. Do you think it would be better the replay if it was on a little bit of a slow-mo? So Trauma Kid, we have Demonoid over here. Now we're waiting for, who was it here? Lights. Lights was here for the roster check. I think that's Lights. Let me just take another quick look here. I know that's Demonoid. It says right there in his name. This is Lights, so let's take a look. He's running a Core Necro. Interesting. He's running, he switched over to Undead, Wrapped Amulet, Staff with Scepter, and Warhorn. Curses, Spite with Soul Reaping. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, Trauma Kid. So I enjoy when he enters into my tournaments. Always a pleasure to have him. He's always using a lot of different builds, a different bunch of different classes. So it's always like you're getting a brand new character entering into the tournament. They're never as proficient, or maybe even more skilled on different classes that they enter with. He's got here Radiance of Virtues and Dragon Hunter. He's running main hand with the Sword, Focus, Scepter, Shield, Trapper, and Valkyrie. Alright, I'm super curious to see what happens here. Okay, sounds good, Jesus. And as I mentioned for the rules here, guys, you cannot change your class you start with, and you cannot change your 3 specs. Those are the only rules. Oh, and no Condy Marsh. Those are the 3 main rules that you have to abide by. Other than that, there's no holds barred. Anything else, you can change your traits, you can change your utilities, you can change your weapons, runes, sigils, all that good stuff. Usually it's best of 3, so you have a little more time to adjust, but in this situation with so many participants, we make it a best of 1 and we just move forward. Just otherwise, with 25 participants, it would take 3-4 hours to complete. Nice over here on the dodge. He drops his traps, trying to get him to run through it a bit. Another trap he sets down. He's trying to bait him into it. He ends up getting the Golem, just out of ricochet damage. Closing the distance on him. He's got about half Shroud here. He does have the Spectral walk up, waiting to bait him down, but Trauma is not going down. He's waiting for that return. He actually goes into Shroud. 1 minute 15 left on the map mechanic. Let's take a look at Trauma over here. He's waiting for a couple of his cooldowns. Does drop his trap. He does have his heal. Backing up, he does see the Shroud come up. He's a little low on health. Nice bait into his trap. Trying to get some damage down is unsuccessful, but it's still a nice attempt. Good fear coming out from Little Torment. This could be the end of it for Trauma Kit. He doesn't have anything left. He does, just in the end, last second, pulls off his renewed focus. Tries to get that spear. Beautiful spear, trying to close the gap so he can get the pull. Goes into stealth. Really good matchup right now. Right at the end over here, they're really starting to turn on the fireworks. He's baiting back, trying to get a little bit of time left, trying to get a little more time on his cooldowns. His heal's about to come up. He goes into Shroud. He's got about a quarter left, and maybe he's just trying to bait him out and get a little more cooldowns. There is 30 seconds left on the map mechanics, so this is really where you got to think about what you have left, especially if you don't think you can burst him down in the timer. Big pull coming out from Trauma Kit, forcing him to run through that trap. He's backed out. We got 15 seconds, 10 seconds. This is where you want to start to put a little bit of big damage on your opponent. This way they can't heal back up. You don't give them enough time to heal. So right around 6 seconds, you want to come in really quick, burst them really hard. So this way they don't have enough time to react to your big damage. He has the consume conditions. He can still use that to clear off condies, but he can't use it to heal. Trauma Kit, nice block, good positioning coming out of here from Trauma Kit, really owning the area. And that's what this map comes down to, positioning a lot of the time. He does have a little bit of Shroud left, but after that Shroud goes down, I don't know what he has. Most of his cooldowns, he does have the Corrupt. Big damage coming down that big Torment. Very, very classic. Ooh, good duel. One of the better duels so far today. Let's take another look at that. No, that's Lights that takes it with the 1 game. It's Demonoid that gets the 5 gold. Where are you, Trauma? You guys leave really quick. So now we have Afton versus BBC. BDC, excuse me. Afton versus BDC, guys. This is our next matchup coming right up. And if I didn't send you your gold for losing, guys, just whisper me, because sometimes you'll leave the arena too quickly, and I can't spend too much time trying to find out where you are. It consumes a lot of time. So if I haven't messaged you, and I know that you're in the tournament, just message me if you didn't get your 5 gold, if you lost. And if you won...
Yeah, you owe me some gold. You didn't send me my gold.
Did you play yet? No, you didn't play yet.
Oh, man.
Let me tell you, Sasuke Center, this is who I want. Yeah, this is Afton. Let's take a look at Lil T over here. BDC, these are the two competitors I wanted. He's running Core Warrior with Tactics. We see this very often as the new patch came out. This has become very predominant in most of my tournaments. Tactics, Discipline, and Strength. He's running with Axe, Warhorn, and Greatsword, Reaper with Demolisher. Take a look at Lil T. He's running Core Ranger. I really like Core Ranger. One of my favorite. We're starting to see a resurgence of these guys. Super happy about that. Greatsword with Axe, Right Fighter with Demolisher, Wilderness Beast Mastery with Nature's Magic. Alright, here we go. I'm just waiting for these guys to ready up. I'll let them know. Ready up when ready. Hey, thank you so much for that, man. I really do appreciate that. John's Things, thanks for the follow, guys. When you guys click that follow or that subscribe, it really encourages me to keep going, man. And just keep putting these out. I put them out every single day. Today is 1v1. Tomorrow is actually Fashion Wars. I try to give a little bit to those guys who would like to do the end game Fashion Wars. We did a couple of good ones. We did a cosplay before, a duo cosplay. We did a mount off. We've done a lot of unique ones. I'm thinking of one for tomorrow, but I'm not sure what it is, but I'll post it in the Discord if you guys want to join that. Here's the Discord info. I highly recommend you do. This way you can keep up to date. Sasuke over here, nice big, that was actually the shield bash that he was able to get on him. When you're within range, it's better to use that shield bash unless that over that boast charge, you can actually save that longer cooldown. What is the cooldown? 20 seconds? Yeah, 4 cooldown seconds difference, and you got the bigger range on the boast charge. Uses rush to get a little bit of distance, going right back in. He's doing really well over here. Lil T's mitigating a lot of that damage, though. He did eat quite a bit of it. Sasuke's getting the better of the exchange. The tides are starting to turn slightly over here. Goes in with the big whirlwind. Tries to get the Trailblaze 2 on top of it. The Trailblaze is strong. He doesn't get the cripple on him, so he's able to keep that distance. Lil T's in a little bit of trouble. Let's take a look at his cooldowns. He just pops his heal here. Just in the nick of time. We got 1 minute left. A lot of high action going on. He goes into the rampage. This could be the end of it for Lil T. He doesn't have much left in the way of utility, but he does have a lot of his weapon skills. That's it for him. Sasuke's the one takes him down. Let's see that replay one more time. I'm going to send Sasuke hit 5 gold before he runs away. I got you, sir. Perfect. Now we're moving into the second round. This still isn't the... That was Sasuke, I believe. Let me see who that was. Yeah, Afton. So Afton moves forward. We still haven't gone into the quarterfinals, guys. So it's still 5 gold apiece. Now we have, I'm just going to go from top to bottom. I'm not going to go with the numerical numbers on the side. It makes it easier for me and people don't ask questions. So Hallis versus Master Slayer. Master Slayer, he did well in his first match. I know he's here. I believe Hallis is here. Yeah, there's Hallis. There's Master Slayer. Perfect. What is the map mechanic on this map? I'll tell you in a minute. Hold on. Let's take a look at Yuta. This is Hallis, Deadly Arts, Trickery, and Shadow Arts. He's running with Pistol, Dagger, and Short Bow. Links with Carry On Animate to Condi Thief. I Cry, I believe we saw him before. The map mechanic for this actually is, here, I'll show you. After the 2-minute mark, your character can literally not heal. Even if he uses a heal skill, there's no heal that he's going to receive in any way. And then on top of it, there's an AoE that goes from here. It's like an AoE damage of green poison that just starts to like encompass the entire surface of the arena. So over this area here, their spawn point, this spawn point, and these doors over here. And eventually it'll just encompass the entire arena, force the opponents to get to the bitter edge over here. And if they still don't finish it, the green mist will come over them and just eat them alive. Literally 5 to 7k ticks per damage per tick, so it does quite a substantial amount of damage, and it'll end the fight very, very quickly. So I'm going to let these guys know, ready up to start, guys. There we go, now they're readying up. As I mentioned, we're still doing these single game eliminations, so you got to bring your best game here. Make sure you're not too cold, sitting in the spectate for too long. Get some good ideas watching your opponent. And take another look at I Cry. Yeah, he's running that Zeal brand. And most of that shoulder of that staircase is no port, but I have seen people port to it, because if you step too close to the actual port zone, it'll still consider it, because your hitbox or whatever it may be will actually connect with that and allow them to port. So it's a little tricky to use that, but it can come in handy, especially when you're trying to change tier or create some distance. Nice big burst coming out of Hallis over here. He's got the Thieves Guild already procced. He drops the symbols, but if Cries can survive through this is pretty good. He's gone through one tomb. He's so good, healthy on. Oh, there goes one of his heals. He's got to wait for that heal mantra now. That was really big, but at that point he had no choice. He sustained through a lot of the damage. He's trying to get rid of those little shield that the Thieves Guild to try to reduce some of that damage coming to him. But really good job by Hallis. He's already gone through two of his tombs, and now he's just on his offensive. His heal mantra is down. Take a look at the links over here. Or yeah, that's Utah Lux. This is Hallis. He's in a little bit of trouble. Nice port by Cries, and he actually ends up getting the down. Really impressive stuff. That's Yuta with the 5 gold. Thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate that, my friend. I'll let you guys watch the replay while I do the nitty gritty
Hey,
stuff. Yeah.
Mike, you know that you did the games out of order, right?
Yeah, I did. I know. I'm just
Okay.
going from top to bottom.
Okay, I was just making sure. Hey, couldn't since you're full control freak's gonna take my spot if it's okay. Since she was a sub anyways, right? Or something?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, if she wants to, for sure.
Yeah, because I just need to be better like for people to watch. So you're gonna have my spot.
Okay, as long as she knows that. Warhawk versus Shiro is our next match coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Warhawk versus the Shiro. Rogue Spectre, I believe this is Warhawk. Anzal Ghul, I believe that is just Shiro. He's got Warhawk over here. Let's take a quick look at him. I know Clown is entering. Not Clown, but Shiro. Trickery, Acrobatics, it's Daredevil. I don't know if he's going to be on his Deadeye. He's got sword over here, pistol with short bow, running infiltration and marauder. So DPS, that's Thief over here. Now Condi, no staff thief. So this is really nice. I can